Hey, welcome back. This is Battleboard Bets. We're going to guide you through your football survivor pool. Boy, oh boy, guys, it is week 8 is what we're concentrating on, and we make up 4, 5, 6 entries in Circa Survivor's pool. Pat on the back for all of us here to be alive. It's not many people that can say I've entered this year's edition of Circa Survivor, and I'm still alive.
Only 23% could say that.
Only 23% is right. 204 were eliminated in week number 7 of Circa Survivor. 4,214 survived week number 8. I guess we could just take a look from a betting perspective. It does lead to who you want to take in Survivor. Favorites improved to 71, 33, and 1 straight up on the season with 3 games closing pick'em. Also took a 54-51 against a spread lead. So good luck if you're actually handicapping with points. That's nearly impossible to figure that one out. However, home teams lead 60, 42, and 1 straight up with 5 neutral site victories. Let's see here. We figured out, we thought we were going to get a lot more. Obviously, we
were 5 minutes away from doing it. If you really want to think about it,
yeah, we can. Let me go ahead and just push on that. A little bit more salt there. Obviously, NFL teams had won 1,602 straight games when leading by 18 plus points in the final 6 minutes. Giants were leading 26-8 with 6 minutes left. Well, it was fun.
Wasn't it 19-0 at the end of the third?
It was 19-0. The third. Tom Galata.
The third.
You're listening. Guys, number 2 seeds in the NFC.
I want to pay homage to I Don't Eat Ever.
Okay, we can do that. It's our show.
That's it.
We had a coworker that was given the greatest blow off in the history of dating. Don't even remember what he asked or how he presented himself to ask.
Probably wanted to take her out to dinner.
Yeah, it's just a dinner date, and she pretty much just said, "Nope, I don't eat ever." So how do you come back from that? You just take the L, you walk away, and you go back to your cube.
That's exactly right.
Okay, back to business, guys. The NFC is a very interesting conference. Green Bay is number 1, 4-1-1. San Francisco is number 2 in the NFC and half their roster.
Before we even go on, weren't we just saying last week that Green Bay are a bunch of frauds?
I don't know who's good. I'm just telling you right now. I'm looking right now, and I simply don't understand it.
They
are number 1 in the NFC.
Goes through Wisconsin right now if the season ended.
I'm staring right at it. Green Bay, you're number 1. Chicago, you're number 7. So there's a whole just mass of pulp that runs its way at 5-2. Philly, Tampa, Detroit, LA Rams, Chicago 4-2. There's your NFC if the season ended today. Here's the best part. San Francisco is the number 2 seed in the NFC, despite half their roster being injured, including QB1 since week 2. So,
and their best defensive player
I don't know
the year.
So I think, Rob, you made it best, and the best way to really break it down. And let me go ahead and just pull up a fun little page here. Thanks again to our friends over at Survivor Atlas. We're looking at the lobby, so we could kind of take a quick look at what happened in week number 7. I pushed all in with Kansas City after saying I wouldn't. I actually said a whole bunch of New England and Chicago before changing gears pretty significantly. We pushed all in with Kansas City. Moving on to week number 8, Rob, you look pretty darn good here, taking Chicago. Not much more of an opportunity to take them the rest of this season. And John taking New England, a little slow, but they clearly came out on top. So, guys, I don't know, John. Let's start off with you here. Are we pretty much at a point with this many entries left? It just come hell or the hangman. It's against Tennessee. It's against New Orleans. It's against NYJ. It's against Miami, or am I crazy?
No, I mean, it's, I think a lot of people are channeling their energy into those bad teams, and it's going to happen again this week too. With the Colts, and I think Atlanta's in play. The Bengals are going to be widely owned, so I think it's just going to be a a broken record situation here. It's going to happen again this week. So we'll see what happens Saturday, but probably Colts, Falcons, Bengals in that order, I'm guessing.
24.9% is your average popularity tendency through 7 weeks, and your average point spread is a favorite of 8.5 or higher, or lower. The average rank, you're looking right there. You're sitting right around 8.5 for your selection. Rob, are you in the same boat here, or do you think a little bit differently in terms of how you want to handicap weeks 8 and here?
No, I mean, injuries is something you definitely have to take into consideration. Last week, we thought Baltimore was not going to be in play. Now it's coming out Lamar Jackson is very likely to play. That creates another opportunity to take Baltimore in a spot where they're going to be favored.
Yeah.
But I don't see any reason to not pick on the miscreants of the NFL, be it Jets, Titans, Saints.
Yeah.
There's exactly
Miami. I mean, let's not forget Miami.
And I don't know. I suppose you could add a couple more. And I think you said it best, literally back in like week 4. It's almost easier right now to just find out who are, the bottom of the barrel. The dregs.
We're asking the wrong questions. Who's good? It's more likely that we'll figure out, and we have figured out who's bad. Those teams do have to win, unless you're the Jets, which I already predicted to John that they'd go winless. Carolina was one of their opportunities where they could win.
Carolina.
They're going to win a game eventually.
I just hope it's not this week on the road.
So we're a couple of hours, actually less than a couple hours away, guys. Thursday episode recording. Minnesota at LA Chargers. We're probably, I'll tell you right now, 99.9% certain we're not going to lay into this game at all in any way. But guys, from a popularity percentage, Rob, start off with you here.
3%.
What do you think here? 3% on
3%
LA?
3% on going to be on the Chargers.
Yeah, that sounds like.
And then you might get your rogue 1 or 2 entries on Minnesota.
That is true as well. John, you think we're going to have anything higher or lower than 3% on the LAC?
Yeah, I mean, it might be just a little lower due to this recent Thursday night issues that we've had, Rams, and then last week you had the Steelers and stuff. So, maybe people will be a little more hesitant and not
the first game in 5 weeks that we haven't had a division game on a Thursday.
Not a division game, yeah. Not only that, Minnesota at LA, pretty tight spread, pretty much threes everywhere. 3 minus 20, circa 3 minus 20. The total 44.5. It's kind of been the number pretty much all week long. It hasn't moved. Tough to make a call.
What does Survivor Atlas think LA's going to be at?
I'll tell you right now, it's less than 1%. So a trace amount. Okay. On the Chargers, which we'll find out, of course, Saturday, as John will start ringing the dinner bell for us, and we'll find out how it all breaks out for everybody, as a matter of fact. So, guys, let's go ahead and just jump right on in with who we think are our top 3 teams that are most likely to win outright first. John, before I go into Survivor Atlas's forecast, who are where are you looking right now in terms of your selections, your top 3 teams that are most likely to win outright before you come down with your selection this week?
Yeah, I still have the Colts available to me, Atlanta and Cincinnati as well. Do not have the Patriots since I used them last week. I think they would be like 4th this week. So I would say Colts, Atlanta 2nd, and then the Bengals 3rd. Colts probably, 30%-ish. I'm going to guess. Only 39% of the pool can take Indy, by the way. I looked that up earlier.
So I'm going to already go over, John, because I think whoever's going to be eligible to take them likely will.
Yeah, I could see that. There's an interesting spot with the Colts if you fade them this week. They have a game later in the year where
is that Miami?
No, they're a week 17 at home. It is Jacksonville, so
okay.
It is a little dangerous, but that is a spot. Like if I decided to go Atlanta this week, I could, use the Colts in week 17 or even earlier.
Anytime you get into week 17 and 18,
Right.
They've got the division wrapped up and they can't move up any further. I mean, they're going to rest guys.
There's so many interesting picks this week just because of the way that the lines are. So the Eagles, everyone's like close to a touchdown. Eagles, Patriots, Bengals, Falcons, and the Colts. So I mean, I'm leaning Colts.
And you're not even talking about the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, not even talking about them. Yeah,
they're another one.
Massive Monday night favorite.
Yep.
Two touchdowns, insane.
We'll see. But for me, the Chiefs, I'd like to hold. So there's no sense for me to take them this week. There's other options. So we'll see. But for me, Colts, Falcons, and Bengals.
Colts, 1:25 p.m. Pacific start, hosting Tennessee. 14.5 except for one shop out there, and it's Circa 15.5. Daring you to take 15.5 with Tennessee. Clearly, they're sided there. New England, another one that John mentioned, they are hosting the Cleveland Browns. 7's pretty much everywhere, total 40.5. Man, that's a really weird matchup. I would feel kind of uncomfortable. And you made a great point, John, about that 7. There seems to be an awful lot of 7, 6.5s. Teasers, right? Everyone loves banging out a teaser, bring it down to pick or -0.5. I got a feeling that this is going to be one of those weeks where one of those 6.5, 7s is going to be upset. Who? Well, that's not for me to decide, but it just seems like there's way too many. Bengals 6.5, Ravens 6.5, Falcons 7.5, the Bills 7, Eagles 7.5, Patriots, as I mentioned. Just a cornucopia for all those interested to jumping in on that kind of a handicap. But Rob, let's go to you here. Your top 3 picks here for week number 8. Obviously, some significant buys that we're not going to be talking about. Vegas is on a buy. Detroit, LA Rams, Arizona, Seattle, and Jacksonville all on buys this week, leaving you what you have.
Well, what's going to happen when we get the bad teams going on buys? We're not going to have anybody to pick on.
We're going to have sadness is what we're going to have. We're going to have eliminations, and people are going to like it. So
my 3 are probably no different than John's. I may change the order a little bit. I like the Bengals a little bit better than I do the Falcons. I already took Indianapolis personally, so I cannot take them for this contest. So I'll likely be considering Atlanta, Cincinnati, maybe Baltimore.
You can't take the Colts, right? So this is great because I love putting a little squeeze on you guys, and here's that squeeze that I could do because you ain't got this because you took it in week 6. You interested in seeing what Survivor Atlas says you're going to take in week 8?
Sure.
There you go. It's Kansas City.
And I'm nowhere near that.
Matter of fact, they mapped it out for you completely all the way through with Philly on Thanksgiving and Washington on Christmas.
I don't feel too good about that.
I don't.
Like I told you last weekend with the Chiefs. I mean, you took all the Chiefs, and now you're kind of going to be stuck riding the Washington-Dallas game.
Yep, and there's nothing I could do about it, and I will love it.
And the crowd will seem to love it.
Listen, the crowd always seems to love it. I don't know. Look, at this point, I just
it's a fine line between making it the next week and planning.
When I get there,
because those plans could blow up just like that.
Yeah, it's tough. I saw an interesting thing that you could do on Survivor Atlas, and you could kind of map out your entire entry all the way through, and then it gives you a percentage of your chance of making it all the way through. And guys, I don't want to even pull that number up.
We've got to be below 10%, right?
Below 10? Keep going.
How about 1%?
Is it 1%?
It's 2%.
2%. Okay, so a little better than John.
So if I don't know if I 4 entries.
Your odds are still better than the lottery, correct?
Yeah, it's better than the lottery. Exactly. It's more than 0. So. All right. Well, fair enough. We talked a little bit about the Chargers. We're thinking somewhere. Rob's thought maybe 3%, maybe some Minnesota.
Maybe I'll backtrack. Maybe 1.5.
It's all possible. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a push for it. I doubt it. But let's take a look here now at Survivor Atlas's idea for where we're going to forecast. And how about that? 31%. John mentioned 39% is available for those wanting to take the Colts. 31%. So leaving an 8% vector. I don't know. Maybe we'll even see a higher than 31% because I think, John, like you mentioned, where else could you possibly take them? You've got the free square. This is where you want to pop it. So 31% is the projection. Atlanta, 22%.
A little bit of future value.
Are they good? Are they good?
Their defense is really good.
That might be good enough, especially at home.
Yeah.
Bengals, guys, 15%.
I don't understand it. What is everybody so afraid of? Are they afraid of the Jets finally winning a game?
John, your best.
I mean, maybe it's the defense. Maybe the defense has looked good. And
what, the Jets defense?
Yeah. I mean, they've looked pretty good the last 2 weeks.
There's still uncertainty at quarterback. Aaron Glenn's playing that game with Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields. He's not announcing the quarterback. So, and then Sauce Gardner, I'm pretty sure he's not playing. So there's another.
Listen, it's dog shit or ape shit. Either way, it's shit. It's the way that I'm looking at it.
Poop. Let's take a look. I got an injury report here that just came across on Don Best on the Jets Bengals. Maybe I could see. What's today? The 23rd. Jets injuries. We know about Braylon Allen. Old news. Sauce Gardner.
Out.
He is concussed, and he is a question. So I don't know. We'll see how he feels.
That effective this year either.
How about this?
Even when he's not concussed.
How about Breece Hall's questionable with a knee injury? But we knew that as well. Well,
the team's a mess. And I think Woody Johnson kind of gave him a pass, Glenn a pass.
Okay, so here's a good question for you both. Rob, you first. If the Bengals lost to Pittsburgh handily, not Ray Handley, on Thursday night to Pittsburgh, what would the point spread be? Cincinnati at home to the Jets.
4.5.
John?
5.
Yeah.
You're agreeing?
Yeah. Yep.
So you're still saying favorites?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But, it's more of an indictment on the Jets, but the fact that Flacco slung the ball all around Pittsburgh,
I love the look on his face.
Drove up that price, about 1.5.
I love the cameraman that caught Flacco's face when he threw a pretty good dead shot to Jamar Chase, and Chase just dropped it. He's like, "What? How do you drop that ball?"
He only caught 16 passes.
Right.
Oh God, I don't know. Well, I've got 4 entries remaining. We'll take 2 on. I shouldn't do it because 31% is the projection, and if I take 2 of my 4, that's 50%, and that gives me the heebie-jeebies. But then again, I took 4.
Well, you also only have Indianapolis available in the 2, so
yeah. But the question is, do I take both? I would say yes. I'm going to take two Colts. That's pretty solid, and then it's between Atlanta, Cincinnati.
Maybe in New England.
Yeah, I think I'm going to save New England.
New England is a little.
Look at Baltimore. Baltimore's a sneaky play, but they do have future value.
Let's do this. So who we just New England, right? So New England, where are you? You're all the way down here. So Cleveland. So here we go. You got the Jets. They're going to be.
You got two possible Jet games.
You got 2 Jet games, but the closest one is coming up in Week 11, and they're going to be the highest point spread on Week 11. So that's going to be a saver.
Yeah.
That's going to be a saver. Everyone will probably, 61%.
And look, they finish up in Miami and at the Jets. There's a ton of future value there.
So here's Buffalo in Week 8. Wow,
and that could be division ramifications too.
Guys, do you understand if we actually make it to episode 18? And
we are making it to episode 18, but if we're going to be alive.
If we have a live entry, we have a fucking live entry in Week 18, do you understand how much shit I'm going to break during the episode?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'll be scrounging money to hedge. That's for sure.
There's going to be hedgehogs everywhere.
God willing, I have to make that decision.
We'll have to do a live episode from Circa.
God
you know
damn
what?
It, yes.
Fuck yes.
Yes. All right.
Because we're guaranteed money at that point.
We're going to do it from Stadium Swim. And then here's what we'll do, John. I'm going to make sure this happens. No matter how it works out, whoever's like the winner absolutely gets thrown down the escalator stairs.
Better have your life insurance handy filled out.
No. None of this is happening. Jeff Benson's listening. No, we're very respectful of everyone's property.
We just want to fire hot chicks down the escalator.
No one's getting thrown down any flights of stairs. Everything's going to be very safe. Hey, one last thing I wanted to mention. Obviously, we've mentioned Survivor Atlas, and it's been great. If you haven't seen it, what are you guys waiting for? We've been saving and loading up our maps all season long. It's the projections and the EV calculators that I've really found the most useful.
Yep.
And here's the easiest way for us to take a look at the map and figure ourselves, okay, where are we actually at? Our future value here is that we can actually take a look here. In Kansas City still has
a ton.
How about that? They are the highest future spread value breakdown, which was not the case at 0-3. Green Bay is number 2, followed by the Rams. We haven't talked about the Rams.
Wait, hold on.
All week?
You've taken Green Bay in one of your entries or multiple?
No, yeah. Let's take a look here. I've actually can go to my lobby, and here we go.
Your strategy is going to be impacted. I know John took Green Bay with his, right?
I used them already.
So number 3 can take Green Bay. Number 5 can take Green Bay. Number 8 cannot. And number 10 can. So 3 of my 4.
3 of 4. Okay. So at least you got that in your back pocket to offset. I mean, look at it this way. With my sole entry, I still have the Chiefs. I still have the Rams. I still have Green Bay.
Yes, you do. Yes,
I don't have Buffalo or Detroit, but
the Cleveland Browns.
Can you order it by future value?
Yeah.
The Browns and the Bears were the best picks last week. If you had those.
Yeah. I mean, I took the Bears. I mean, I wish I had the Stones to take Vegas 2 weeks ago.
No, that was last week though. If you got through with the Chicago and Cleveland last week, those were fantastic picks.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, look, you still got to make it all the way through, but you're absolutely right. If you're taking teams like that, I don't know. Looking back, could we have taken New England and Cleveland?
Well, of course,
Chicago, but we didn't. And so
hindsight's always 20/20.
No, that's it. We move forward. Vayan sin miedo.
Show me before we depart. Show everybody the future value ranked based on team.
Right here.
Can you sort that way?
Yeah, right here. So
we're on that. So that is.
Yeah, so this is it. I ranked it by future value, and then here's let's just do a fun last thing here with a few minutes remaining in our show. If I go in reverse, right, the teams with the least amount of value, who could we get sneaky with? I mean, you dare take Vegas as a 1-point favorite? No. Here in week 12, they're going to be maybe a pick or a 1-point favorite over Cleveland. I doubt that. How about this? Here we go. Who's got the skrancas for this? You want to lay 2 with Carolina in week 10 over the Saints? We talked about the Saints being picked on. And then finally, the last one that really, this one's kind of glowing pretty nice right here is Chicago.
Do the Giants have any opportunities to be selected?
They're like pick'ems pretty much everywhere. So I would say no.
Okay.
Dog. 0.5-point favorite over Washington today.
Well, that's today because no Daniels.
Exactly. And so week 16, they're going to be a point dog. No. Well, here you go. At Vegas, week 17. 0.5-point favorite. So I would say no. Look at this one. This is one that's the biggest, right? So when I rank by future spread value, in reverse, there it is, guys. And it's coming up right here. It's the Bengals. This one's really screaming.
You're not going to get another opportunity. I mean, I'm strongly considering going Bengals here.
Yeah. You may get Joe Burrow back in December. So any of those December games may be interesting too.
Well, that's true too.
So,
but they got to beat the Jets, otherwise it's probably a moot point.
No, I think it's a good spot for them this week. I agree. Yeah.
Well, what about Atlanta? Does Atlanta have future value?
Atlanta has much more. You could take obviously Miami here. You could take them 7 points hosting Carolina.
I don't like the division angle. And then the Jets. They finished with the Saints.
Yeah, you finished with the Saints. So. I mean, it's a weird team too. It's a weird team. I don't know. Well,
I mean, when they're bad, they're really bad. That's what it is.
30-0.
They lost 30-0 to Carolina.
They're that bad. They're 30-0 bad. All right. Well, it looks like this one was kind of elementary, gentlemen. I thought that the Colts was going to be the big stamp of the week, and it certainly was. I don't think that there's going to be, a question of, is it going to be 30%? It'll be north of that. I think the fun game, John, and thanks for bringing this out, 39% is what's left. So now I'm curious to see just how high of that bucket, it gets scooped up. But will we get the max? Will we get something close?
You always have your zaggers when everybody's zigging. I mean, that's part of
Yeah, that's so.
I mean, the opportunity cost to take somebody else is so high there that if they go down, you're in such a distinct advantage.
They'll be left over. So, John, how's it going to come down to? If you had to flip a coin right now between two, which one's it going to be?
Colts.
I don't think there's a coin flip necessary. Rob?
I'm leaning Cincinnati strongly just based on that future proposition, but I'm more like 55-45.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, Baltimore's even in the conversation for me at this point.
Yeah, you mentioned that. We didn't touch on that. I'm sorry, but you're absolutely right. Baltimore, sick. I mean, a 1-5 team.
They're the best 1-5 team in football.
That's the best 1-5 team maybe ever. 6.5 points, the better on the spread, hosting Chicago. Stay tuned for Rob's pick. We'll see that posted, and then obviously I'll be looking at 2 Colts and at least some
Falcons.
combination of Falcons, Bengals, and question mark, but it's probably going to land Falcons and Bengals. So, week 8 it shall be. Here's hoping that among those 4, we are very strong after week number 8, and wherever else you guys decide to go. All of you.
Or another blast in the past, long and strong, and hairy toes.
Can we just get to?
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. For John Howard, Rob Ginter, I'm your host, Robert Kowalski. See you again next time.